Alright, today we're talking about double standards in society. And also we're deciding if they're stupid or not. Let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to start off with double standards that apply to men. First up, being short. Look, bro, being short as a man is one of the most unfortunate things that could happen to you. Especially in this society where every woman wants a 6'10" big guy who also owns a scat pack. And traps and scams, but somehow is a D1 basketball player. Don't ask me how it makes sense. Like, when you're short as a guy, you get less respect. All your friends be clowning you because of your height.
Yeah, I am a menace. Keep me alright.
What's good, YouTube? Back here with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Also follow me on Instagram, follow me on my Twitch, and if you want to see gaming reactions,
I got one of them goddamn legs over here. Here you go.
you can follow me on my main channel. Let's get into it.
Most women will curve you if you're under 5'5". Even the ones shorter than you, which we will get into.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, I would argue even at 5'8", like, motherfuckers be on some shit. Like, niggas, motherfuckers be on some shit. Unless you like 6'2", like, you're not in the clear. You're not really in the
clear. The only way to get around this is by simply just being that nigga. You either gotta be hella rich, be hella clouded, or just be a good manipulator. And see, honestly, if you're a girl and you're tall, I can understand you not liking short men. I mean, who the fuck
I can understand that.
Down just to kiss their nigga? Like, let's just be real. My problem with this double standard is when y'all shorter women refuse to date shorter guys too. Like, how the hell are you gonna be 4'11" talking about you can't date a guy that's under 6 foot? Like, bitch, who the fuck do you think you are? You honestly think that your short ass is too good?
Bro, them shits be, yo, am I the only person that like that shit? That shit looks so awkward to me. You see this extremely tall ass nigga with this short ass girl, bro. Like, nigga, I know his back hurt trying to kiss you, bro. Like, he really gotta come all the way down here to kiss your ass. Like, I know that shit. I know that shit's annoying.
Date a short guy? Like, you can't be a 4'11" girl trying to fuck a 6'6" guy.
Like, that looks weird.
Not gonna fit. You gotta be realistic here, baby. There's a reason why Shaq and his old wife didn't work out. Every time they got done fucking, it would be like she had her period. Blood everywhere. Call the ambulance like shit. Like, I know y'all females want to live out your tall man NBA player fantasies, but you just gotta understand, if you're 5'2" or below, that shit would just not go. The next double standard is being broke. Oh God. Whenever a man is broke in society, he's just considered a bum. Like, it doesn't matter the stage of life he's in either. Like, he could just be a broke college kid.
And then hold. And then if we really gonna get into like being broke, motherfuckers will call you broke, even though, like, let's just say you got all your bills paid, you got a car, you got your apartment, house, whatever. You got all your bills paid for. You may not have as much money on the side. You may got a little chump change on the side. But motherfuckers will call you broke for that shit. And it's like, damn, like, do y'all really know what broke is? Cause like, nigga, broke is homeless. like broke is, you literally don't have no money to do anything, let alone eat or do none of that shit. Like, people's perception of broke be crazy to me. It's just crazy. But like, but also people's perception of rich is also crazy to me too, because not everybody can be rich. If everybody can be rich, then that would just be the average, and you would be considered broke anyway for being average. So it's just a never-ending cycle. Like, not everybody can be rich. Not everybody can make 6 figures. There's only a small percentage of people that can make 6 figures. That's just what it is. Like, so, man, don't let these people fool you, man.
The only thing everyone sees is how broke the brokest. Like, bitch, the books don't pay themselves. Like, where do you think my money's going? And if you even dare to ask for money as a man, you will be ridiculed, laughed at, straight up told to get a job, little nigga, by all of your friends and peers. And when
you get 2 jobs, 3 jobs, 4 jobs, 5 jobs, nigga, don't even sleep. You need a job, nigga. Like, shit, like, nigga, something.
You go to actually get that job. If it's not a rapper, trapper, or basketball player, then you're finna get called a bum too. And let you work a minimum wage fast food job.
Any 9 to 5.
You're finna get cooked. Anytime you try to talk to a girl and she finds out that you work at Subway, you will simply just never hear from her again. Better start trapping, buddy, because that's the only way you can get some pussy. But if a girl is broke in this society, then all of a sudden she's just a hard-working queen trying to make it through life. Like, the girl could be a broke bum in the trenches, no kids, 3 STDs, and the only way she makes a little bit of money is from her OnlyFans, and approximately 5 down bad pay for her on a monthly basis. But for some reason, she'll just be labeled as a girl that's in between jobs. Like, bitch, no, there's just a lot of niggas in between them legs. And if you ever catch a girl working that same minimum wage Subway job, all of a sudden she's a hard-working queen. Meanwhile, the man is just a broke bitch. Like, how the fuck does that make sense? If a regular guy...
Nah, you know what would be the craziest... This is a side note. You know what would be the craziest shit ever? When, like, people who, like, when when women who work the same jobs, if somebody turns them down because they're like, oh, you don't make enough money from me, or we can't be just like, bro, we're at the same job. What do you mean? What do you mean? It should be crazy. It should be hilarious.
Comes
To
up
me,
to
bro.
these same broke females, all of a sudden you have to have 6 figures to be her nigga. Like, bitch, you work at Wendy's. What the fuck are you talking about? Next is being fat. Being fat as a man is way different than being fat as a woman. Like, if you're a fat man in this society, you're just automatically above. Everybody will be clowning you. You will get zero respect from anybody. And if you ever try to dare talk to a female as a fat man, you will either get laughed at or they just won't even respond, which is probably the best option, honestly. And the thing that makes
Honestly though, I feel like some things though, like the buffer is good, and like, all right, he brought up being short, right? So right now we just going through it. So he brought up being short, right? I think being short also has its benefits as far as buffer wise, because then you know somebody really fucks with you for you. It's not no superficial. You're not being fucked with because, oh, I'm 6'5" and people think, oh, my kid's gonna be playing in the NBA. Like, you ain't gotta worry about that. Being broke, you ain't gotta worry about somebody manipulate you or use you, finesse you for your money because you broke. So they gonna be they truly there for you. There's no other reason for them to be there, but for you. And then being fat, I think if you really get bitches as being fat, nigga, right? That means you got an awesome ass personality. Straight up like that, like straight up like. I don't know a single fat nigga that gets bitches that isn't funny as fuck or doesn't have a fucking cool ass personality. I don't know nothing at all. So those are all three where like they truly fuck with you and it's no superficial stuff. Like a lot of shit be superficial. That's why I'd be like, I don't be believing when bitches say they fuck with me because some shit be superficial.
Makes this thing
Like y'all
so
lying.
special is that it doesn't matter if you're a celebrity and you're fat, you're still going to get clowned. Like, do any of y'all remember that whole Gunna slander trend that happened back a couple years ago? People on the internet were literally crying this man Gunna for just being a little bit overweight, bro. Okay, like, still, he wasn't raw way fat, bro. And y'all niggas was cooking this man. Like, you dead ass could have scrolled on TikTok without seeing a Gunna slander video. And again, Gunna wasn't even that fat, bro. Like, I guarantee he was only 2 heartbreaks away from being slim. So imagine what people like DJ Khaled or Rod Wave had to go through. But when it comes to women, all of a sudden we're all about body positivity now. Like, bitch, get the fuck out of my face with this bullshit, bro. Like, if you say
you know what make it worse? You know, the funniest part about this shit, bro, the body positivity shit is they will be mad when you call out a fat female. But then when you ask a fat female will she date a fat man, the answer is always no. It's just crazy. It go back to the short guy. They could be the same height, short guy, be the same height or a little bit taller, but she won't date him because he's still under 5'5" or some shit like that. It just is hilarious.
you think bad about a fat woman,
It's
even if
hilarious.
it isn't related to her being fat, all of a sudden you're fat phobic, you're fat shaming, and now your career, life, and job is all over. But honestly, if we're gonna shame fat people, at least keep the same energy for both sides, or just don't do it at all. Next is sexual arousal. See, this one is one of the most confusing to me, I'm not gonna lie. See, if a woman's vagina doesn't get wet for a guy's dick, for whatever reason, the guy gets blamed. But if a guy can't get hard for her, then all of a sudden he's gay. Or he just has erectile dysfunction, which I don't know about y'all, that shit just doesn't make sense to me. So if a girl isn't attracted to a guy, it's his fault. But if a guy isn't attracted to a girl, it's also his fault. How does that make sense? It's like you're trying to blame the whole situation on a guy. Like, if you're a guy and you can't get hard for a girl, you're just not attracted to that girl. That's simply all that is. It's no, he could've get me wet or she could've get me hard. No, y'all just not attracted to each other. Y'all shouldn't be fucking. That's really all that is. But for whatever reason in society, it's shamed upon for a guy not to be able to get hard for a girl. But if a girl don't get wet for a guy, then simply the guy just didn't do enough. That's never made sense to me. That's a weird double standard, and we need to fix that. Moving on though. Next, we got double standards for women. First up, being a hoe. See, hoe is one of the worst.
This is honestly, this one right here, I'm glad he put this one first, because this is the one I immediately thought of. This one right here is something they've been fighting for forever. Like, beginning of time. Like, I get it. I understand how that feels. But like, it's just crazy. They've been fighting this one forever.
Worst things you can call women. Because overall,
Any of
being
my female
a whole
viewers,
society
I'm
as a
sorry.
woman is one of the most frowned
Make
upon
rules.
things. Your friends gonna look at you
I'm a
differently.
spectator.
Your family definitely gonna look at you differently, especially your dad. Oh my God, he will be ashamed. And also, most importantly, men will look at you differently. Like once men find out that you're a hoe, they will not take you seriously at all. Like they might act like they take you seriously. At the end of the day, there's only one goal in mind. And if they gotta manipulate you to get to that goal, they will do it. But as soon as they find out how many bodies you got, they will flee the scene and just recommend you to one of their homies. But to be honest, it's crazy how much women will get bashed for being hoes. But when it comes to men though, it's a completely different story. Men will get praised for being hoes, bruh. The more bodies you get, the more praise you will get. If you're a
It's like, I understand, like, it's crazy because I understand both sides though. Because, like, I understand, like, yeah, like, if you want to be females wise, you know what I'm saying? You want to have fun, you want to do what you want to do. That's cool. I understand that. Like, you do only live once. But at the same time, like, it kind of mean, like, as a man, even if you like an attractive man, it's still hard. It's still hard to get you some. So I can see why it gets praised because it's harder to do. But like, I don't know, because I don't know. That ain't my dog.
hoe as a
dog
man,
use fight.
most men will look at you like you're that nigga. Your friends gonna love you, your dad gonna be proud of you, and little boys will look at you as a role model. Because I mean, we all know the old saying, a key that can open any door is a good key, but a door that opens to any key has STDs. But one thing that I always find funny is that a guy can have over 1,000 bodies, 6 baby mamas, 5 kids, 15.
Now this is absurd. Now this is the part I is absurd to me. I feel like once you get to like a certain number as a guy, you can no longer judge women on that shit. I'm sorry. I get it. I truly do. I get it. It's harder. I get it. But it's got to a certain point, bro, you're no longer in the range to be critical of that shit. You're just not.
STDs, 2 of which are not curable. Whenever he finds out a girl he's talking to has over 1 body, he has a goddamn panic attack. Over here talking about, oh hell no, no girl of mine will be a hoe. I need me a woman of God. We know what ticket you booked, bro. Don't try to switch up now. By the way, I need me a woman of God. Next up is beauty standards. Like in all honesty, nowadays, looks is most women's #1 value. I don't want to hear none of that bullshit about, oh, women aren't just about looks, they have way more to offer. Duh. But if we're being very real here, not everybody's gonna be Katherine Johnson, bitch. Most women will have to rely on their looks to honestly get a man, which causes them.
But see, here's my thing with that one. The beauty standard part, I don't think. So far throughout this video, it's been double standards of like what each gender puts on each other, right? Because you know, women will call men broke, short, fat, all types of shit, right? Even some men call them. Oh, even some men do all that too, right? But it's still imposed by others. Being a hoe, men will call women hoes, women will call men hoes. That goes back and forth. This one right here, no, I don't bang with that, because you can't. Beauty standards were created by women, for women. Like if we being honest, because yes, it's for male attention, but like they're competing with women. A lot of the stuff that they do is not actually for men, because most of the time men say that they want the complete opposite of what they're doing, but they do it anyway. It's because it's not really for the men, it's for other women. It's the same thing like what's a good example? It's something that men do that they say is for women, but it's really for, I think, like, all right, let's just say bodybuilding per se. A lot of women have came out and say they don't like the really huge buff bodybuilder ass niggas, but like men will still go out there and try and take steroids, all types of shit. But it's not really for women, it's for men. That's what I'm saying. It's one of them instances. So
To use heavy makeup, get plastic surgery done to their body. But guys, on the other hand, we don't gotta worry about that problem. Because if you're ugly as a guy, all you have to do is just learn how to manipulate women. By the way,
and get money.
If you do that or get a little bit of money, you will be fine. I've seen way more ugly guys pull bad females than ugly girls pull attractive men. But as a woman, if you don't put some makeup on or get a BBL, you're cooked. I ain't gonna lie. Next double standard: women's hygiene products and birth control. Alright, bro, I'm finna get some hoes on this one. When you really think about it, it's kind of crazy that women have to pay so much money for their hygiene products.
Yeah,
like they
true.
literally bleed out of their coochie one time every single month. Imagine bleeding out of your asshole or just your dick. That will be painful. Nobody wants to do that. Like, I feel like the least we could do is at least lower the price a little bit.
I can agree with that.
It shouldn't be
I can agree with that.
I don't think it should be expensive at all.
In fact, I I really don't understand. Well, I understand why, but I believe we should be paying for anything health related in this country. But you know what? They're gonna want to make their money regardless. So that's really what that comes down to. But I can understand that. No. But I think also, see, they pay a lot for beauty stuff and health stuff. Like, have y'all seen their clothes? Man, they clothes be cheap as hell. They can get like 8 shirts for $40, nigga. That's 1 shirt for us.
Birth control can do to a woman's body. And the men that do know, honestly, just don't really care. I mean, girls just be popping that shit like candy when it really does affect their body very poorly. Like, that shit can give you mood swings. It makes you gain weight. Also, in some situations,
all out of crazy.
Like, women are taking risks by going on birth control. Like, I guarantee if men could take birth control, most men probably would. Okay, let's just be real here. We definitely would. Like, you're telling me I could bust as many times as I want in any girl's coochie without having to worry about a kid? Like, come on, bro. I'm finna take the opportunity. Like, let's just be real. Hell, I'll even be a test subject if you need one. I ain't going. But men in general, honestly, have to stop expecting women to just take these shits. Moving on, though. This double standard is as old as time itself. Women are expected to be able to cook, make sure there's not a single speck of dust on even the ceiling fans, and still be able to take care of 3 kids by herself. Which all separately isn't that hard. But when you put that shit together, it's a lot harder than you think. Like, I guarantee if you give a man that much responsibility, bro, he's driving to the nearest adoption center immediately, bro. Nigga, if you give me 1 kid right now, hell, that'll be my 13th reason. I ain't gonna lie to you. Because no matter what any man says, that shit's not easy. These single moms need more credit. Just mothers in general, too. And also, as a man, you have to learn how to cook, bro. You just go DoorDash and eat McDonald's all the time, bitch. Learn how to cook, bro. But besides all that, that's pretty much it. Appreciate all y'all for watching. Go follow the Instagram right here. Go follow the Twitter right here. And make sure you go follow the Twitch. That's the most important. I'll be streaming on there like 3 to 4 times a week, pretty much every day. And the streams be lit, and that shit been growing. So go check that out. Also, go cop the brand, off brand. All of those links are in the description of the video.
And go follow him.
Besides all that, that's pretty much it for me. Appreciate all y'all for watching. You know I love all of y'all. Thank you.
To Morocco. I got pretty women showing titties like I'm Flacco. I came in a hot top, I'm still in the drop.